Yikes! She shouldn't be on Tinder at all. And the audacity to be hostile too, you know. Completely delusional.
So I have a Tinder profile for you guys.
What do you mean?
I'm a single mother of 6 with another one on the way.
You have women who are quicker to have a baby than become a wife.
I thought that it couldn't get any worse. She has 6 kids with God knows how many baby fathers.
Damn.
But she doesn't just have 6 kids. She has one on the way, which means she's pregnant.
That's weird.
And also means that she has 7 kids.
Don't hit me up to waste mine or my kids' time.
What?
I'm a good mom, and my kids will always come first.
Die alone.
You might be a good mother, but if you are on Tinder looking for a husband, which I doubt,
He ain't lying.
if he decides to marry you, you have to put your husband first.
If you ain't first, you're last.
You will pay for the first date, and don't expect me to drink with you either.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I have standards.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Let me remind you that this is the real world, and the real world is the market, which means they accept what they want from you.
Exactly. So stop capping.
Message.
Because the laws are written in favor of women. Yet, we men have to listen to them yap about being oppressed. Get out of here.
All I'm trying to do is go out the door. Y'all see this on camera? I'm trying to leave out the door, get away from the situation, and make things better for me. But I can't seem to go. Can you please get off me? I'm asking her twice.
I'm asking you to
Can
sit
you
down.
please get off of me?
Okay, I'm asking you to sit
Can
down.
you please get off of me?
Gary, please don't put your hands. I'm begging you, please sit down, Gary. Please don't leave me.
Oh, hell no.
Please,
You see this, right?
Gary,
You see this?
please,
I'm
stop.
trying to go.
Please,
I'm trying to go.
Look at me.
I don't want to be with
I
you.
will give you whatever.
I don't
Stop,
want nothing
stop.
from you. I want to be
Gary,
away from you. I
Gary,
want
Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
Nah, you're only sad and upset because you got caught and you want to have him sit down to discuss something?
What we talking about?
Why? Right. There's nothing to talk about.
Kick every rock in the whole world. Hope you stub your toe. Stop it.
I hope you kick a boulder and it breaks.
The foot, not the boulder.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. That's why the red pill is so important. Men, no matter how much of a psychopath the girl is, she could never hide her behavior from the red lens. Wisen up, brothers. Don't be in this situation.
So real quick, when you say the things you say about certain black men, why can't our rebuttal be, well, you must hate your father, you must hate your brother, you got a son, do you hate your son? Like,
First
why
of all,
is that not all rhetoric? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, but please don't ever.
I apologize.
Don't ever.
But why?
Ever.
What I'm trying to say is,
Not my son.
Why?
That's not what he was saying.
Yeah,
But I know, but don't ever.
I understand that. What I'm trying to say is, why is that never the reciprocation from black men? Some women say all these hateful things. We don't go to you.
It
hate your
could
mother,
be.
You hate your father. You hate your brother.
It could be.
Oh, okay, so that's
It
why
could
I'm
be.
I feel like y'all
I'm
are
not
taught
saying
not to
that it
speak up like that.
can't.
So let's first
Yeah.
talk about how
That's
y'all
what
are
I'm-
not. Y'all are not.
I never said
allowed
that y'all
to speak in
can't.
that way.
What an idiot. You can't reason with these fools. They're gone. A lost cause.
If you're a man, why are you not a physician?
What is that supposed to mean?
Or the CEO of a large tech company?
This is what black men have to pick from.
You're not thinking.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
Maybe he doesn't want those type of positions, but that still doesn't make him less than a man.
Oh, thank you.
If someone asks you for change for a $20 bill, why do you have it?
Stupid!
You should only have $100 bills.
Oh my God. And you wonder.
And this is why I continue to support the Pookies and Ray Ray's Foundation.
F-I-E-E.
You attract who you are. And nowadays, who carries cash on them like that?
Think about that.
You shouldn't even know the number 20.
Let's try it. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21,
Hey,
22.
you know
you skipped 20, right?
I'm not a man if I use that number, so I had to skip it.
Message.
This is why Kevin Samuels was such a loss. He was dealing with these women, trying to educate everyone so the landscape could be a better place. What a strange world these women are living in.
Alright guys, I get this all the time. Oh, why can't I have guy friends? Why do you always say the misogyny? Guys, she can have her guy friends. It's completely fine. You're just not going to elevate her to the status of girlfriend. Like, do not allow a woman to bully you into a relationship while she can still hold on to her single girl tendencies. I'm gonna say that again. Never let her girl bully you into a relationship while she can still maintain her single girl tendencies. She wants a relationship with you, which means it's your fucking terms. Do not concede.
Easy peasy. Don't let women use their highly efficient, well-developed shaming tactics. Don't fall for these traps.
When Chris Brown walks in the club and all the girls start screaming, do you think they're going, yes, he'll be loyal? No, he's Chris Brown. They don't give a shit because of his status. And I'm not saying that men should cheat. I'm not saying these things. I'm saying at a certain status of man, the idea of absolute exclusivity and absolute loyalty becomes less important to the female because of his other accolades. That's a fact. Every king, every sultan, every warlord had a bunch of women. Why? Because he was the warlord.
This is something a lot of people struggle to understand. Do you think all the hundreds of concubines the past kings and warriors had were forced to be with him? No, of course not. Some were willingly staying with them because of their status. Status is very, very important for women.
3 reasons why nice guys always finish last. Number 1.
One time left the guy because he was so boring. You know when you know that they're not going to bring any drama to your life?
Well, I'm out, man.
Number 2.
Good guys or bad boys?
Bad boy.
Okay. Guys, predictable, boring.
You said, like, usually this is not who I
No,
go
it's
for.
not. It's not my type.
Right, but like...
Because of the nice guy thing. He's not my type.
Subscribe, guys.
Women like bad boys who bring drama to their life. Fellas, you have to channel your inner a-hole.
Drew, I have this problem, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym. I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you might start to feel better, right? I'm saying you can't sit as a man and afford the luxury of saying, I have a mental health issue today, I'm sad today, I'm stressed today, I'm emotional today, I can't work. Because you will lose against the men who don't do that. And the male world is more competitive than you could possibly imagine.
Indeed, males live in a competitive world.
Expression that I've said on this podcast many times, but I'll say it again, is that hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men and hard times.
Yeah.
We're in the time of toxic masculinity, right? Where you could be toxically male.
Yeah.
And then if you're suppressing masculinity, you're going to bring on hard times. It doesn't mean masculinity doesn't mean you're mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're angry. It means strength.
Yes.
It means discipline.
It's not just an opinion. By the way, men are biologically becoming soft. These are proven by the massive physical strength decline over the past decades and the levels of testosterone. We're truly living in a society where hard times are on the horizon.
We want our men to be feminine, says Jessica and Tiffany. If women truly want feminine men, how come 50 Shades of Grey, a book that promotes an extremely masculine man, was sold around 150 million times? And you guessed it, 99% of buyers were women. Comment below what you think.
Again, watch what women do, not what they say. They're not lying. They just don't know what they want.
My dad was always, son, don't you think that's enough? Don't you think that's enough? No, no, no. Now he's like, son, I've never seen anybody work as hard as you. And he truly respects me. So a lot of times people don't believe in you until you finally arrived. So I think that's something very important to remember. And in addition to that, I always say that suppression is wrapped in love. So a lot of times if people are uncomfortable with the things that you're doing, just remember that you are directly intimidating them by the actions that you took in spite of their inactions. Mm-hmm. So just remember that.
People simply can't see past beyond their own vision. It's not a bad thing. They simply cannot imagine the things you can see ahead.
She's a stay-at-home wife. You don't need to submit to your husband in order for them to treat you well and be a stay-at-home mom. It's an equal partnership.
I think a lot of women don't understand how they make their husbands look when they post something like this, that it's an equal partnership, that they don't admire him at all, that he's just there and, you know, they're just best buddies doing this journey of life together. No, it doesn't work that way. You should have a certain amount of reverence and respect for what your husband does for you, because it's a very hard world out there for men, and he's doing that for you. It's not that you guys are not equal in importance for human reproduction, because we are, but we're not equal in design in any way. And a lot of men go around and they go to work, and guess what? They talk to each other about how their wives are treating them. And so when your husband talks about you, how do you want him to discuss you? You want him to be glowing, right? So I recommend, you know, maybe putting him as your priority a little bit.
It's not equal. Equal is the same. Women and men are not the same.
When you realize who you are, what your worth as a man, and how your value has continued to go up over time, if you've done the work on yourself, obviously, and women, as time goes on, you know, past the ages of their early 20s, their value goes down. There's a total disconnect. And a lot of guys don't realize that their value is considerably higher, or it should be higher than what it is. And they should hold themselves to higher standards and have some dignity about the women that they're going to invite in their lives. But a lot of guys don't. They're just like, oh, you know, I can get scraps over here. Good, let's go, right?
This is the scariest thing for me, and maybe it's for you. It's not that the world's men have become feminine. Go and look at the men in Russia. They're not feminine. You'll go for a handshake and they'll crush your fucking hand. There are countries out there whose men are masculine, and they're looking over at some Western countries right now just thinking that's free lunch. And we've lived in such safe times that it feels hard to believe that there's going to be a massive war. But if there is, I hope there isn't, but if there is, and the Western feminized man is going to go up against a traditional masculine man, it's going to be a fucking bloodbath.
The Principles of Manhood, Part 6. One of the most important aspects of manhood is the abundance mindset. When you have a little, you gotta make yourself feel like you're worthy of a lot. And even when you have a lot, you gotta remind yourself that your value truly comes from within. So even if you lost everything materialistic, you know that there's nothing you could lose that would make you less of a man. Follow for Part 7.
Abundance is key.
I've been called out for this and said that, you know, I'm crazy for this. I will fucking hold myself to this. I am certain that eventually people will come to realize that, like, if you live in these kind of degenerate countries, like, they don't actually want you to be happy or to be fulfilled. Probably a conspiracy theory, right? But, like, maybe the weak Western, especially, world that we live in doesn't want men to be stoic anymore. They just want to control you.
The way the world is going now, I'm inclined to believe this is true. The powers that be want to feminize men today, so they can't fight back against their control.
3 common misconceptions about masculine men. Number 1, we think women are below us. No, bro, that's just ridiculous. In my opinion, women are the most precious gift given to us men, and we've been created equal. However, I do believe that us men have been put in a specific king-like role that both honors and serves our families, starting with our wife. Number 2, masculine men are emotionless, which isn't true. Every man has their softer side, I know I do, but the only difference is we don't let those emotions take control. And number 3, it's all about perfectionism. Nah, my dude, look, hey, we're all a bunch of knuckleheads here. The only difference is we focus on progression opposed to perfection.
I hope you learned something today. Here's the last clip about stoicism and not crying in public as a man.
Men should not cry in public. It is unmanly and dishonorable. Rare exceptions can be made to this rule, but we make far too many exceptions. And the exceptions are pretty obvious. A loved one dies, your child is born, your bride is walking down the aisle at your wedding. In the latter 2 cases, a dignified tear or 2 may be acceptable, but please don't turn the faucet on. There's no reason to go overboard. Don't try to prove a point. Other exceptions can be imagined. We've talked about some of them before. Perhaps, for example, you're saying goodbye to your family before embarking on a 3-year voyage to Mars. Maybe you're watching the end of the movie Rudy. Aside from those rare occurrences, the point is that men should comport themselves with a certain level of stoicism and dignity, learning to control their emotions and projecting an image of strength, of someone who is composed and in control.
Men should never show their emotions, especially to women. Stoicism is a masculine philosophy.